So, motivation. Here, I want to get serious about it too. Because I want to get lit and watch a movie. I don't want to talk to you motherfuckers all night. So, anyway. Look, you like this shirt? You're freaking me out. Shout out to my mom. Got me this for Christmas. Santa Claus.
Fucking judge, but it's just a fucking fake. Fuck a prison sentence, alright, to be dead.
What up? Welcome to the show. I don't know what to talk about today. I am dressed like shit. I have brown, which everyone knows I really don't like brown. I have this weird logo shirt I got for Christmas, and then I have the flannels on and these weird ass boots just so everybody can see them. So yeah, so I wear shit too. Weird shit too. I always have this outlook where I'm like part scumbag looking. So that's what I like to do. Like I like to dress nice in my clothes and outfit, and then I like to look like my face like trashy, like long hair and like the hipster glasses, and then like I don't know, I'm just like, who gives a fuck, you know? That's one thing I do want to talk about today, actually, is motivation. And that'll be a good topic to kind of base off of, but we're gonna do anything we want, like usual. Unlike most of the other vlogs, this one's just all off the top of the head. So, let's see, today's show is brought to you by these headphones here, Motorola. Today's show is also brought to you by my TV remote. Shout out to this little TV remote, the DirecTV. They've been doing it since day one. I don't know, you know who I'm not shouting out today? HughesNet. I hate HughesNet, but the weather's been warm. They actually been working pretty decent. Okay. So who really knows where this show will take a turn for? Probably the worst, because I'm actually a naturally very, very boring person, and talking to the camera by myself is the most excitement I've had for a long time. If anybody's curious, I haven't gotten laid in 4 months. I don't really... It's more of like a... Okay, so what I have is a problem with drugs, and I think I have more than a problem with just them. I have a problem with life itself. So I'm just trying to do myself, kind of love myself, and then I don't know, just love myself, and then be happy with myself, and then someday things will work their course. But in 2017, my life was in pretty bad shape. I was still trying to straighten it out at that point, but I had some things happen that it was just too much for me. It kind of emotionally scarred me, whatever. But so this is where we're at. Today I was teaching myself Russian on YouTube, because what up, shout out to Russia. Although whatever going on with them and their government, probably not cool. I find their country very intriguing. Although I read most of the stuff that I think is intriguing about it is a myth. So basically I'm living a pipe dream, but everyone in Russia die much quicker. To live in Russia once everything is much better. Life is much better as a Russian. I find the Russian accent very fun to play in real life. In real life. I gotta learn how to have the Russian, I gotta learn how to speak Russian just so I can have the Russian accent. Then I can be a Russian double agent. That would be so cool. Not really. The double agent I would play though would be in America. I would pretend I'm Russian to society, and they would think that I was a Russian spy. And to me that's fun. Okay, so motivation. Let's get back to the point of motivation. A lot of people... Okay, so here's an example of how I perceive things. I take chemistry class, right? And I like math, chemistry is really hard. I don't understand a lot of it still. We're in chapter 5. It's just an intro class. But it's very, very new to me. I didn't take any of that in high school because I took 9th grade math 3 times because I just didn't put any effort into it. And then when I finally realized, hey, I like math, I was super competitive, and I just did it with the rest of the smart kids. It was funny to me because I was like, I'm the bad kid, and now I'm doing good. And I don't know, I kind of like life like that. But anyway, fuck, I forgot what I was saying. Maybe we'll get back to that. I don't know. I'm not gonna ruin our motivation. So the chemistry class. So what happens in chemistry is if I say, man, I hate this shit, I will not do it. But if I say, I love chemistry, and I do love chemistry, I want to know how it works, I want to know all of it. So I say that before I go. I don't say, damn, chemistry sucks. Like, even though I have to put in work and figure it out and like shit like that. For me, I'm the type of person that if I say, damn, chemistry sucks, I'm just going to give up on doing it because I don't care. But I think chemistry is awesome. So, okay, next on motivation. I like to think of it like a Kanye situation, honestly, and maybe you can call me crazy, I don't care, but I feel fine about myself. So, when I look in the mirror, or just figuratively look in the mirror, when I look at myself, like in the morning, and I start thinking, when I'm starting hating myself, I like to say stuff like, wait, just stop. Dan, you're actually doing really good today. Maybe you missed one homework assignment, but look how hard you've worked to get all the rest of this stuff done. And I don't want to let that work go to waste. So I chug on through it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and I want to explain that too, because I like Lil Pump. He's not my favorite. Like, I know he's not like the greatest lyricist, but it's entertainment, and I have an open mind, so I'm able to move forward into things and do and see and judge what's coming in the future. I'm not staying in the 90s, I'm not staying in 2000 with rappers I like. I'm open-minded, and I see what new people are trending. Lil Pump he's being looked at almost as much as any of today's top artists, like you hear on like pop artists, stuff like that. Like, he's being researched like that, and he just came up in 2017, at the end of 2017, just a few songs he put out, and he's being looked at like that. So, I mean, if you can't see that there's something that people are looking at there, it's completely crazy. So, it's not that I don't hate on any rapper at all, because just chilling down here dressed like a grub. Yeah, ate some brownies and some milk. I'm gonna beg it a little bit. Yeah, shout out to whoever brought them home. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm gonna make this short too. I don't want to talk about too much. Motivation. Let's hammer motivation out, and then I'm gonna peace out and edit and send the clip. So, motivation. Here, I want to get serious about it too. Because I want to get lit and watch a movie. I don't want to talk to you motherfuckers all night. So, anyway. Look, you like this shirt? You're freaking me out. Shout out to my mom. Got me this for Christmas. Santa Claus. Okay, so motivation, yeah. I think looking at everything with a positive outlook really will change your perception. I think REBT, if you look at that and try to work that into your life, things will change slowly. Like, if you say, hey, I'm a good person, I do good things every day, eventually you will become that. Because, trust me, I've seen the bottom, I've had a past, you know, but moving on and loving myself involves forgiving myself and just saying, hey, everything will be alright, just do the next right thing, keep your side of the street clean, and everything will be alright, you know what I mean? I have a higher power that's more spiritual, so who knows, my life. That's why I'm gonna be happy. The way society is, I don't give a fuck about anyone else. I'm with myself pretty much every day. They say you're gonna be whoever you surround yourself with. Well, if you're not surrounded by anybody, you can be whoever the fuck you want, right? So I don't know. So I'm just kind of done with social media. I got really angry with it, and looking at that makes, I don't know. Facebook is retarded. It really is. So that's definitely not trending. But you know what it is? Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube. Shout out to them, and NoClout ThaGod. So just believing in yourself, that's a big part. Like I said in the girls video, if you start giving yourself excuses, that means you're starting to believe your own bullshit. Like, oh, she's too pretty for me. No, that means you think, oh, I'm not handsome enough. No, that's not the case. Oh, she's out of my league. Or do you think you're not smart enough? Because that's what I should refer to this as me things, like what things that I've thought. And these are all normal thoughts that I've thought. Yeah, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I don't have enough money, which that is the biggest amount of bullshit. Because if money is what's really making everything go on, fuck that relationship anyway. You know what I'm saying? Money, the reason I'm doing what I'm doing is not for money. It's for, honestly, I want to leave my son with something more than a dirtbag father. And I'm not saying that in any bad way, because and it's not a druggy thing either. It's just that I want to do something in my life and leave him something. I don't want to bring him into this world, this scary ass world, and leave him stranded for himself. So my parents raised me decently. I kind of did a shitty job at being a kid. You know, I want to make sure I give my son good values and something to build his life around. Something, not that my parents did wrong, because they did the best they could with me. I was their first child, but I just want to make sure my son is raised not like me. Shout out to that. Life is like writing a book, really. You're the author of the book, and what's the next chapter, really? Is it gonna be a chapter you want? Why shouldn't it be? It should be a chapter that you want. So, get on board with just living a positive life. Yeah, do me a favor though, and call your local representative, tell them to legalize in New York State. Yeah, really, life, why not make it the one you want? So even if you have messed up a bunch, even if you're not living a dream in a house, and you know what I mean, if you're homeless, if you're whatever you are, fucking who cares? If you're not starving, if you're able to get out of bed each day and move around, if you're enjoying the sun and just living free like a hippie, who cares? Be glad that you can do that. There's people that can't get out of bed. There's people that have issues, and it's overbearing and depression. You know, I can't say how grateful I am. So I take every moment I have for granted, really. I think, if that's the right way to say that. Other than that, guys, I'm glad you tuned in this week. Peace out.